Hi everybody. I wasn't going to record this, but we recently released a video where I used the same colors when my cell activator was old, and I want you to see the difference. I just mixed this cell activator and I thinned out my paint a little bit. I didn't even spin this out. I'm going to tilt it, but do you see the difference? Sometimes you just have to try out your CA. Everybody says different things about the shelf life. So while I tilt this, I'm going to talk through it, but sometimes you just have to try it, and then you know when it sucks that it's old. But I can tell you from experience, I have not always recognized it. I sometimes thought I was just screwing it up somehow, only to find out after multiple projects that it was just old. And that was what was causing the problems. So I'll tell you the colors I used. And I think I want to do one more with you. But some of you guys that watched the video are so sweet. You were like, those colors are beautiful and you're so nice. Thank you for saying that. The lacing and the cells were so off for me that I was like, what is happening? So in my mind, I was like, I just need a win. And I was thinking, well, I'm going to see if this cell activator is going to mix up and do better this time. And I'll just, I'm not going to record it because I already did those colors. But then I saw how this turned out and I was like, wow, what a difference fresh cell activator makes. So now this obviously would go to the edge a lot easier if I were to spin it, but I don't really want to drag it all out. And sometimes, y'all, you just have a stressful day and you don't want to do all of the rearranging that it takes to do that stuff. Because I'm in here on my kitchen counter and I got to bring the baby pool or the doggy pool, bath thing, whatever, out here and probably out of frame. All right, so this is also, I've been answering some questions about kind of how to layer your Colourarte pigments. Now I like messy blooms a lot, so I don't worry too much about layering, but generally speaking, if you want your cells to kind of have the depth, forgive me because I'm trying to knock off this weird corner at the same time. Generally speaking, you kind of want to start with a color that's a little bit more opaque on the bottom. It doesn't have to be opaque. So some people are more precise than me, so I'm just telling you the way I do it. It doesn't have to be an opaque color, but if it has just a little bit more opacity on the bottom, it can just even be a tube paint or a golden fluid acrylic type paint, something like that. I think I'm just gonna have to leave that edge. Anyway, if you start with that on the bottom or in the area of the bottom, I didn't do a great job tilting this. I'm sorry, my attention span is terrible today. Anyway, if you start with that, and then you kind of layer your colors on top of that, you're gonna have decent success because your primary elements have a translucent characteristic to them, so they will pick up on the colors around them too, which is really cool. So I like that because you can kind of control, if you want it to be like an opal look, you can somewhat control that. And I have kind of used the translucency to my advantage in the past. I think I need to stop tilting this. It's really beautiful. The corners are bothering me a little bit, but I think I need to just let it alone. I have this problem sometimes with wanting things to be super uniform, and that's not acrylic pouring. So anyway, I think that's one of the advantages of primary elements, is that you can, and I'll try to show you guys an example, but I've done some coaster sets and things where I deliberately kind of played to the translucent colors to create kind of a glazing effect and create more of an opal look in a piece. And I like that you can do that and still get the shimmer and all that. So that's kind of cool. So I want to try to do one more with you guys. I really would like to make this a short video, but I thought that this would be a fun comparison for those of you who are so kind and watched our last video, so you can see that this is the difference when your cell activator is fresh. So up close, just so you can see it, the colors in this, and I know that I've had like major difficulty trying to actually tell you what I'm thinking. The colors in this, I put on the bottom Quinacridone Nickel Azo Gold by Glidden. I have the heavy body one, but you really could do the fluid one. Either one would work. And I basically just put a little bit down with this Burnished Copper Prizmpour, which is only thinned down just to match the consistency of my other paints, with a little bit of polyacrylic. So it's so pretty. I want to do one with you really quick, and then I'll do the rest like another time. Let's see. Okay, you may hear a little running water in the background. Our guest room shower backs up to this room, so you can probably hear it a little bit. So, this is my house paint. It's from the Oopsie aisle, so don't mind that it's not the exact same color as white. And Nickel Azo Gold. I've never used this color before. Well, it's before this last situation. Okay. Burnished Copper. So amazingly pretty. Deep Violet. So you see how we put a semi-opaque color down there? That was sort of intentional and sort of not. Deep Violet. This is Liquitex Basics. Actually one of my favorite colors of theirs. Carmen, come on, look at that. It's a little thin, but I just thinned it down with some polyacrylic. It's been mixed up for a little bit. Whoa, I went a little crazy. Sunflower, also Colourarte. This has been mixed up for a while, so I needed to use it. And then Pomegranate. Woohoo! I just mixed that one not that long ago. Not today, though. I feel like I'm talking really low. And then underneath your cell activator, ideally something with a little more opacity. Now I'm spreading it out, so not a perfect thing. So this is a Quinacridone Violet by Glidden, and with a little smidge of copper. Okay. White cell activator. See how it kind of bounces up versus just dribbling off the stick? That's how I like it. And you'll see how it forms a little halo around the cell activator. That's usually how you know it is in good shape. So I'm going to go down and then around, okay? Make sure there's no dog hair in there. This is a little easier with the spinner. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Went a little deep there, but look at that. Man, I hope you guys can see this. Okay, you can. So, ooh, K-cup gone wild. Look at that. Very, very pretty. Now, not as good at tilting as I am at spinning, so we'll see. Then I'm going to put this away and call it a win for the day. I think I need to start doing that because this is what happens to me. I want to record everything because For one, I like to share it with you guys and share the journey. For two, it helps me. I actually go back, if I am trying to remember what I did, I go back and re-watch my video and see how I layered something. So that helps me. And plus, any of you guys out there that do YouTube and all that know that the one time you don't record it is like the best painting day ever. But I'll level with you, there are days that I just don't want to drag out all the stuff. And I want to paint because I want to paint and just kind of get lost in painting for a little bit. But then I think about the journey and I think about the goals and where we're headed, and then, you know, I'll be answering a question for somebody and be like, oh, I haven't uploaded that video yet, or oh, you know, I learned that, but I don't have that to show someone. And so I always think I need to just do it, even if the lighting may not be the best in that particular moment or whatever the case is. So, but then it occurs to me that sometimes you don't need to see like the whole set too. Sometimes you can just, maybe we do a quick color test and it's a short video that day, and I finish the coaster set later, you know. So those are my random musings. So I'm, like I said, going to bore you guys with coasters because I have a show or a market day coming up with my husband soon in December, and I need to have small Christmassy type stuff available for people. And so, but it's also a really fun way to try new pigments and try new color combinations. So drop me a comment on the bottom of or in the description box and tell me, hey, I think these kinds of colors would look cool together. That helps me sometimes when I have so many ideas and can't come up with what I should do next. So sometimes if you throw me an idea, that really helps me. Plus, it gives me a chance to play with some of these Colourarte pigments that I haven't tried or haven't used together. So I will tell you, it took me way too long to figure out that my cell activator was a little past its shelf life. That happened to me the other day too. I made a set of coasters and a cheese board, and it wasn't until the very last coaster that I was like, you know what, I wonder if it's my cell activator, like a doofus. And then sure enough, I mixed up a new batch and it was like bam, just like today. So you see that I just picked up that drip off paint just to help get the paint to the corners faster, so we don't have to sacrifice composition for corners. Because a lot of times with a thick pillow paint, you don't really have too much trouble when you're spinning, but when you're tilting, it can be difficult to get it out to the corners, but you don't want to leave too much on the tile either. So my game plan was, since I wasn't going to film it, is I was just gonna blow it out in here and take it in the other room and spin it out. But since it blew out so pretty, I was like, maybe we'll just tilt. Now I'm kind of glad. Sometimes I like to do both. These pigments are so rich that like they stain my fingers. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this. We are really appreciative of everyone's support and everyone who's watching and sharing and supporting our channel. We are really close to hitting that 1,000 subscriber thing, so that's exciting. So if you're not a subscriber, we would love for you to join us and hit that notification bell. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. There we go. Have a great day.